garden of love grows in her grandmother's heart, and also one filled with bright red tomatoes in her backyard. Daughter of BP and Monty Roberts, a little background history for starters. From Robbinsville, North Carolina, a child of 8, grew up in Peach Orchard and had 4 children of her own that were all great. One child in particular thinks he is the best. He claims he's a favorite over Deborah, Tim, and Steve. His name is Jeff. Paw and her got hitched in '53. Now take a look at this big family tree. If that's not an impact, I don't know what is. Dare you to say something about her family? Watch her get ticked. Ever since I was young, I thought she stayed 50. Then Dad turned 50, so I'm like, so then maybe she's 60. Turns out I'm not the only one that thinks she doesn't look her age. And it's hard to imagine raising 4 children and all that came that was raised. She always did without putting her children first, and her sweet tea is like crack, creating addictive thirst. Her and Pawpaw always made sure their children went to church. Stories I've heard over the years, I know it couldn't have hurt. Actually, I know it didn't, because I'd say their children turned out quite fine. Because of them, blessed are the whole family, and I'm blessed to call it mine. She made sure children had presents on Christmas, even though times were tough. If she says she'll make your plate, sit down, don't call her bluff. The kids were kept straight with whoopings, faith and love that was felt with them whippings. I'm truly surprised Dad wears a belt. Undoubtedly, we all know prayers come from 400 Strobe Street like fireworks on the 4th. Perhaps it's those that let us all sip from solo cups on her front porch. No matter how old I get at her house, I don't have to sit. I can sprawl across the floor, she'll bring a pillow and say you can nap for a bit. Every time I hear about a country buffet or how good someone's grandmother's food is, I think to myself, until they have my grandma's cooking, I'm sorry you're clueless. Country style steak, cream corn and all the above tastes better than anyone else's, not just cause skill, but because a special ingredient is love. I'm telling you right now, she can some green beans. She's one vegetable professional preservation machine. Throughout the yards, the bottom of the trees have marks from her relentlessly cutting grass, running the lawnmower into them, chipping off bark. Tim told me she once bought a comforter from J.C. Penney. She kept it for 6 months, then returned it. Who knew about this? I bet not many. She loves Braves baseball, especially Chipper Jones, also being a part of chorus and singing church songs. Some people think all white people can swim. Well, I'm here to tell you she's scared of water that's paper thin. She is more scared of water than anyone I've heard of. She keeps a life preserver by her bathtub. Once in Food Lion, I had a cart full of beer. She saw me, I was caught, fight or flight, I chose fear. I walked up and said, you don't see this? She hugged me and her smile said that's something I couldn't miss. She's always so sweet and helped watch her grandchildren. I'm sure I was one of the worst, I guess I could mention. She makes it to all the games, events, graduations of her grandchildren. She can, as long as they aren't on her Friday. Hair appointment is her only demand. Margie was her hairdresser for all of these years. She was the only one to do her hair, she made that quite clear. Now she is to search day and night for a new hairdresser, just knowing she can't find one any better. She always knows what's going on in her hood. She's a detective and knows when someone is up to no good. As God is my witness, she will bird dog you in a minute. I'll never forget putting out pine needles and cutting grass. She sat and watched, pointed the spot needs another pass. She didn't really do that, but she definitely watched intensely, as if I were a criminal and she were a cop.